If third time lucky really holds true, then nothing whatsoever will happen in this episode, where I once again try to acquire a fine old shotgun. Because this is in fact only my second attempt, and there are no guarantees it will work out this time either. We'll see. As regular viewers will know, over the past few months I've been trying to realize an old dream, to go hunting with a classic English shotgun. My plan was, and is, to buy the gun at Europe's biggest gun auction, which takes place 3 times a year. When I went in the spring, I was outbid by a local farmer, which spurred me to get my own farming operation into higher gear. So I've come back to the summer sale a little better funded than last time.
En 20'er? Ja, jeg har været sidste 20 lige her. Smukt. Tak for det. God fornøjelse. Tak. Tak.
When you are a hunter, you know that maybe you won't have success the first time you try something new. And that's why I'm actually quite happy to be back, because I have no success last time I was here when I tried to buy a new old classic hunting weapon for myself. But now I'm back, and this is a lucky situation. There's a lot of weapons to choose between. I have to spend some time trying to find out which one I should put my money in, and tomorrow I'll find out if I will be able to be the winner and to bring home one of these high classic best guns from London. It's oh so exciting.
In Denmark and Scandinavia, Holts auctioneers are represented by Tim Warner, who has a gunsmith's workshop in South Zealand and a hunting shop in the heart of Copenhagen. He's become my guiding light in this, to me, new and slightly unfamiliar world of classic guns and English traditions.
Okay, Tim, here we are again.
Here we are.
3 months have passed.
Yeah.
I have grown potatoes, I have sowed potatoes, and I'm eager to get a best gun.
Okay, so the money's in the piggy bank and we're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
A certain amount of money.
Yeah. All right. All right.
But best gun,
Yeah.
it's like, what is that?
Well, best gun is a definition of guns from a certain group of makers, their best quality. So the definition is the best quality produced by your name at your gun shop, a gun that you cannot justify another hour put into it. It's a best gun.
But then you do.
Do you? I mean, when Purdy, Holland, Boss, Joseph Lang, you could continue to say, this is our top gun. This is our best gun. So it's a best quality gun.
Yeah, okay.
Defined to an area. London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is these tremendous three,
Yes.
the Holland and Holland, the Purdy and the Boss.
Correct.
Why are they the three tops?
Well, you could argue that they do the top quality guns, but the sub-level of, I'm just going to mention a few, Henry Atkin, Joseph Lang, Charles Boswell, Greener, their quality isn't lesser of the top 3, but persistency, marketing is one of the few key things that play in.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still around. Holland, Purdy and Boss, they're still around, still making the best guns. There's a snob effect to it, of course there is. And much of the truth is in exactly that.
Yeah. So these, if we call them sub-levels,
Yeah.
is it the same quality?
I would say, yes, it is. For many of them, the quality is just as good. Take a Purdy or a Holland, 100 years old. Take a Joseph Lang. Take a Henry Atkin. The quality is not lesser. any other names. It's just a lesser name,
Yeah,
if it makes sense.
it does.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You can compare it to cars.
Yeah,
Whereas which brand is actually the better quality? Because the different makers have different
benchmarks.
benchmarks or definitions of take the Purdy, for instance. They are famous for their self-opener.
Yeah,
They arguably make the best self-opener there is. Henry Atkin, who belongs to the sub-level, he did his apprenticeship with Purdy. He developed the spring opener. A brilliant system, but Purdy, they've got the crown for the self-opener, don't they? So it's up to you to define what is the best gun for you. You know what it is in watches and cars. What is it in guns?
I know.
You know. You know. I know. You know.
Yeah. I've always been very fascinated by one of the tremendous tree, and that's the Holland and Holland.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right.
And here it is. It's a nice piece from my point of view.
Yeah.
The stock have been ruined a little bit, but I could live with that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about it.
Well, it's a Royal. It's a number 2 of a pair.
Yeah.
It's got still a lot of the old colouring. That sound is not too great. We've looked at this. The barrels are really good. 25 and 27 thous, which is brilliant for a girl that's more than 100 years old. That being said, it needs restocking.
Yeah.
So the rear stock is split in 3. The fore end has come out. It's chipped on both sides. It's in 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah.
So it's a good buy, but it needs some investment.
Yeah. Okay. Then there is another Holland and Holland, which I would never put my money in because it doesn't look like the way I want it to look.
See, and now we're getting closer to the centre of it, because you look in it at this with passion.
With my heart.
With your heart.
Yeah.
It needs to look in a certain way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it needs to show something, but that's not your definition of a Holland Royal.
No. So
that is called a back action.
Yeah.
It's the early version of this one, much stronger, but not as pretty.
no, and much cheaper actually.
Oh, less
it's not-
sought for.
It's not that way.
No.
We put this one down because I lost last time.
Oh yes.
So
You lost big time.
I was depressed when I left. So
So they're off the table.
they are off the table.
All right.
Yeah.
Holts sales run over 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, with viewing available in the days and weeks leading up to the main event. Everything follows a meticulously choreographed plan refined over the years.
It's almost like creating theatre. So you bring the best acts out on day 2 to keep people interested and keep people watching and listening. It's also one of the reasons that we have changed the way we do things to publish the catalogue week to week rather than just before the auction in one great lump, because it keeps people interested to see what we have coming up. This is all part of trying to present what we have for sale in the best light possible and to the widest audience.
Yeah.
A question we regularly ask ourselves, whether a printed catalogue is still important in the digital age, or whether we have so many buyers online now, do we really need a printed catalogue? But the feedback from clients is that they really appreciate having something tangible, not only for buyers, but also for vendors as well, because they like to see the effort that we put in to presenting their guns well, photographing them well, describing them accurately, and the catalogue is the publication and the culmination of an awful lot of hard work. And we're very proud of the book when it arrives.
My aim is to acquire a classic English so-called best gun of some age. There are, and have been, quite a few makers in this segment. The quality is always top tier, and although Holland and Holland, Boss and Purdy draw most of the attention, there are other beautiful guns that are every bit as good.
Here is what I'm really looking for. But you have this one on the table also.
Well, we just talked about the next level,
Yeah.
the sub-names of best guns. This is a very nice example. It's a Charles Boswell 30-inch, 12-bore, 7-pin sight lock. It's got all the stuff you need. Nice leather case. Is it the original one? I don't know. Probably not. But it gives you the impression, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
This has got all the things you like and need from a sidelock ejector London gun.
But it's a Boswell. What? Nothing wrong about
You should
that?
say, but it's a Boswell.
But it's a Boswell.
There you go.
Okay. And it's a nice gun.
It is a nice gun.
It's for sure.
Yeah.
But then, it doesn't have this self-opener.
No,
No.
because it's not a Purdy.
Exactly. So, that's why we end up here with the Purdy.
So the self-opener mechanism appeals to you.
I think it's so sexy
Yeah?
that when you have fire it and you open it, then you get rid of the cartridges. I think it's fantastic.
Does all the work for you. It actually recocks the hammers
Yeah,
without you transferring the energy by breaking the gun.
that is what's happening when I'm closing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, when you open it, you recock the hammers as you open
yeah,
it.
yeah, fine. But how much is this?
800 to 12?
The valuation?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one is 2,000 to 3,000.
2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this one is in very good condition.
Yeah.
It's a sub name, hence why the price is low. They're about the same age, just about 1900. This one has got barrel walls at 19 and 19.
Yeah. Is that too little?
It's not too thin. It's thin. Recommended minimum is 20.
Yeah.
But that, from what perspective is that? Because if it's from, oh, I want to shoot with this gun for another 100 years, it's not going to make it. But if it's for your pleasure,
Yes.
the next 20 years, you're going to be fine.
Okay.
You're going to, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, if you dent it,
Yeah.
there's not much material left to raise the dent.
No,
Or
no. That
so, but it's 0.1 thou less of recommended minimum,
Yeah.
which is 20.
which is next to nothing.
Next to nothing. I mean, in episode 1, we measured my credit card,
Yeah.
and it was at what, 36, 35?
Correct.
So this is 2/3 of that,
Yeah.
and holds 900 bars of pressure.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So it's all right. I mean, this is a nice gun. It's thin in the stock. The checkering could need some restoration, but the ring is all right. The barrel wall, 19, okay. It's got no dents. It's a nice gun, 30-inch. This is what you want to go after.
Yeah. Which one is first on the auction? This one.
Yes.
It would have been better if it was the opposite.
I think you should make a decision.
Yeah.
Go after one.
Yeah.
Because it's two completely different guns.
Yes.
This is a Purdy. There's only one Purdy.
I like the Purdy.
We're going to go for the Purdy.
We do.
Well done. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Nick Holt's fine niche business has a colorful and charismatic cast of characters, and the sweep of history often becomes palpable when a deceased aristocrat's gun comes under the hammer. The Scottish historian Donald Dallas keeps the historical details straight.
I do the research for the historical part of the guns because obviously it makes a big difference to interest in a gun, who the original owner was. So that's really my primary function at Holts, is just trying to work out who guns were built for, and perhaps there might be an interesting story there.
And how do you do that?
Well, I'm a historian. I was a history teacher, so I'm very familiar with the primary sources and how to do research in record offices. Of course, it's a lot easier with the internet now. So I'm familiar with how to actually conduct research to find out who people were in the 19th century.
Amazing. And you find out actually in the antique department, there's a lot of history represented.
Yes, there is, exactly, yes. And it's quite interesting when you come across somebody quite famous that perhaps a gun was made for, because it can vastly increase its value and, of course, the interest as well. And you might even have a family member still alive today who's been reunited with a long-lost gun or rifle from a great many years ago. So it's quite an exciting project when you find out who a gun was actually made for. And of course, a lot of the famous gun makers like Boss and Purdy, they still have their records extant, and hence it's a relatively easy task to find out who the guns were made for, and then you do the research to find out who these various people were. So it's an exciting job that I've got at Holts.
You look like a happy man. But during the auction, you're not doing history, then you are working.
No, I do my run-of-the-mill job at the auction. I do telephone bidding at the auction, help out with the telephones, bidding all over the world for clients who wish to purchase guns at Holts. Just simply to help out on the telephones. So that's kind of my run-of-the-mill job when I come down to Holts for the auctions.
Also this time our accommodation is fantastic. It's very rustic, old-fashioned. There's a pub inside, small, nice rooms. Everything is fine. And it's located here in the center of Downham Market, a historical pearl in this part of England. There is certain historical details. We have no evidence for it, but it's said that Horatio Nelson, the late Lord Nelson, he spent his childhood in this town. He was school kid by then, and he was playing here at the town square. And it is said that he made small boats out of newspaper papers, and that he was sailing with his fleet down these roads here. No evidence for that kind of rumors, but it's a nice story. And as a Dane, I have a little difficulties with Lord Nelson, because he was the man that smashed the Danish Navy in 1801. But it's a long time. And if we just forget the past, then I can conclude that this is a beautiful place. Whether you are going to enjoy the neighborhood here, or if you're going for an auction, trying to get your hands on one of these British best guns.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, although I'm very excited about the auction today.
Yeah.
And as you know, I would like to bid, so you
Yeah.
probably need to register.
You do? Have
Yeah.
you bid with us before or done anything before?
I did it actually at the previous auction.
What we'll do is we'll just find you on the system. Let's have a look. There you go. So your paddle is going to be 5339.
My lucky number.
Yeah, it's the lucky number of the day. Okay, so what you'll do is when your lot comes up,
Yeah,
pop this up
yes.
and good luck.
I probably need, thank you. But this is my new lucky number for sure.
Yeah.
When you are buying on an auction, you need to be able to think fast. And not that I'm very experienced in this auction thing, but you have to be able to think and calculate very, very fast. And one easy shortcut to be able to do that is that you have done the calculations before you sit in the room and everything is just boiling around your ears. And my currency, it's not pounds, so I have to calculate until my Danish kroner, which is the thing that I'm navigating at. So I just realized that, and I know that there is a commission of 25% on the hammer. So if something costs £1,000, it actually, with the commission on the top of it, the price is £1,250. I've done the calculation, I have a budget. My budget is an equivalent of £2,700, including commission. So that will be my borderline. I won't go any higher than 2,700. And now I've done this calculation, then I won't be caught on the wrong leg inside the room when the adrenaline starts to pump and the bits are going around. I know that my last bid, it will be £2,700, period. So now I'm actually looking forward for all the fuss to come in a few minutes.
Back in the showroom, it's brimming with so-called best guns of excellent quality, but at widely varying prices. The company was founded by Nick Holt and is now based on a cluster of properties around Sandringham in southeast England. On an annual basis, more than 20,000 lots are sold from this address, and a large share of the guns come from valuation days held at regular intervals across much of the Northern Hemisphere. Here, Nick Holt explains how it all started.
I said, let's have these open days. Let's have these, what I called the free valuation days, so that people could bring their guns along, I'd evaluate them, and then, if they were happy with what I said, they would enter it into the next auction. So I would do the paperwork and take it away with me, and then catalogue it for that up-and-coming auction. So that's where the items come from those valuation days.
As we've heard earlier, the lots expected to attract the most interest are saved for last on day 2 of the sale. So I've spent days and hours in suspense before it's finally time to settle into my seat in the sale room, ready to bid against those in the room, the phone bidders and the online bidders. It's incredibly intense. On average, the auctioneer takes about 40 to 50 seconds to sell a lot.
Before we start, the usual preamble, as well as we do have a film crew in the room. For those of you concerned, no faces will be broadcast, which could be a blessing for some of us, looking at you. Those of you online, please do bid as quick as possible. And we start this afternoon with the pairs and lot 1300. The Holland match pair 12-bore Royal self-opening.
As we close in on the lot I've set my sights on, my pulse quickens. My breathing grows shallow. My senses sharpen. At this auction, I have only this one chance.
Then it's now.
8529. 1465. Purdy 12-bore self-opening. 1800. 1800 I'm starting at. 1800 I have, but 1800. 1900. 2000. 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-3, front right, 2003, at 2003, your game, 2004, 2005, let him have it, 2005, yeah, at 2005, front right, £2,500, anyone else, 2,500. Tried. 2-6, 2-7. Against you online. £2,700. All done at £2,700. 5339. There we go.
Thank you, sir.
1466. George Gibbs, the 12-bore side lock ejector. £1,000 to start.
This was so damn close. It was just like being on hunt with a roebuck or a big stag roaring in front of you in the hunting season. I was so excited. It was so close. And I've set that border of £2,700, and that was when I raised my hand the last time.
2-6, 2-7.
2,700, and then there was silence in the wood, or at least in the room inside.
Against you online, £2,700. All done at £2,700.
And I got it. It has been months of dreaming and frustration and hope.
There we go.
Thank you, sir. And now that adventure is over, but now a new one is just to begin, because then the gun is coming to Denmark. I have to get familiar to shoot with it. And then the pheasant season starts in a few months. And I'm looking so much forward to take this new, beautiful lady in my hands and getting close to the pheasants. It's gonna be terrific. Here it is.
All right. Yeah.
And it was just like hunting. When the numbers narrowed in, I had the same feeling as if it was the big roe deer, roebuck, or the big red stag standing
felt
there.
your pulse rising.
Heartbeat rate getting up, a little short breeze.
It is quite intimidating.
Actually,
yeah.
But maybe I didn't tell you, but I did all my homework, so I had a calculated top level for my bid, 2,700.
As you should have. You should have a plan. You should have a limit.
Yeah, and my last bid was 2,700.
There you go.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
How was the auction?
Well, the auction in itself was very good. It's a summer auction, which is always the least busy because everyone is away on holiday.
There is vacation.
There is a vacation. We're in that season, but it was a good sale. We see the tendency. We've seen it sneaking up where the flintlocks. That's on an all-time low. An all-time high is small calibers, long barrels, vintage guns. There's always collectors out there.
But it seems like prices was a little lower this auction compared to last auction. So we bought this one as if it was a stock just touching the bottom. So now it can go up again.
Well, that can be the consequence of many things. One, how many purdies was in the sale?
Yeah.
Because there was a few in.
Yeah.
And so the purdies before this one might have taken the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was placed the right.
I think so.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
good.
so.
Perfect. What's next?
Next is I start doing the paperwork.
Yeah.
We need to get this out of the country into Denmark. It takes a few months.
Okay.
So I reckon it's going to be with you for the season. I promise.
It's gonna be great.
I promise. But that's next now. We leave it here. We're going to apply for import to Denmark. Yeah. And it's going to go in the consignment with the other guns bought by Danish and Swedish clients.
Great.
Yeah.
And then a last thing.
Yeah.
There's no name here. I don't have to change my name to it match whatever was stamped up here.
It's a blank piece of paper, isn't that funny? More than 100 years of history and it's a blank piece of paper. And on top of that, it is a single gun.
Yeah. It's
No
not number
number.
2 of something disaster.
No. It had some provenance.
Yeah.
Did you read the provenance?
I did.
Yeah, it's made for. Yeah. Maybe you can look up the person.
I will.
Because sometimes you can actually find pictures of that person.
With that gun.
With that gun.
would be
Yeah. Well, maybe not with the gun, but at least you know who.
It has been an adventure so far. I know it will continue. New chapters are adding in, but I would very much thank you
You
for
are
this
welcome.
ride. It has
Absolutely.
been fantastic.
It's
Thank
been
you.
fun so far. I'll get the gun home safe to Denmark for you.
Thanks. Should I sign anything? Or?
Not at this point, no.
Good.
So,
This is a nice feeling. I think it's hot love at first touch. Or something like that.